Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today is pretty cool. We're going to get back to trying to make a few videos. I've had a few emails, I've had a few messages of people wanting to see a couple more videos, and I appreciate that. You know, I'm not a huge channel. I don't have that many followers. You know, I don't have huge videos, but there are some people that have expressed interest on some of the things I've done. So today we're going to work on an old bush hog that I picked up for an old tractor that I just bought as well. So we're gonna go ahead and jump on that today, and might even check out the tractor too. So let's see what it's all about. I'm gonna start with this. This is a draw style bush hog, meaning that you pull it with a hitch versus a 3-point, and it rides on the ground with these wheels, and you adjust the height of one of these with this turnbuckle here. You know, crank it out and it raises it up, and crank it in it and brings it down. These are generally cheaper and easier to find than the 3-points. Although these definitely have their drawbacks. You know, I prefer a 3-point definitely, but with the price of this, which was free, I'm not going to complain. This spins freely. It doesn't have this gearbox spins freely. There's hardly any play in it at all, and these U-joints are in good shape. The reason why the previous guy didn't want to keep it was all this rust. This right here is, you know, pretty bad, and a big part of that is also this big crack here. So structurally, that's got some pretty bad damage there. So the plan is I'm going to cut and or just scab plates. I'm obviously going to cut this portion out, but I might just scab plates over some of this stuff and try to bring this bush hog back to life, at least so it'll last a few more years. And you know, this should do fine for what I need. We don't do any crazy bush hogging anyway. So let's take a look at the tractor that I picked up as well. It's an oldie, but I think it's pretty cool. And here you go. This is a Ford 860. It is, I'm not 100% sure on the year. I'll be totally honest with you. I haven't run the numbers or anything on it, but I know it's a Ford 860, and this loader works. At least it did until I removed these cylinders. There's a cylinder that goes from here to here, and same on the other side. The reason why I got the machine so cheap is because both of those cylinders are completely blown out. Oh, I probably forgot to mention, I took off the lift cylinders. They're right here. I'm actually going to be taking these up tomorrow to a hydraulic shop and that I'm good buddies with, and we're gonna go ahead and break these down and rebuild them. Also, this lift here, this lift cylinder, I'm gonna remove that as well and take that. So all three of these are gonna go up to the shop tomorrow to get some new seals and repacked and whatnot, because all three of them leak really good. So yeah, just want to let you guys know that. All right, got it in here out of the sun. So I think what I'm gonna do first, right off the bat, is I want to make sure this PTO is not totally seized right there on that little joint right there. They're supposed to be able to move in and out from each other. And also this guy here, I might go ahead and soak these bad boys down with some PB, or I probably only have WD right now, but I'm gonna soak these down and see if I can get those freed up real quick and get those moving around. And let's go ahead and check out the oil in our gearbox. All right, a little quick update. This PTO was extremely seized. I got it to move about that much, but all this rust came out down here, and I've had to absolutely wail on it. I put the head in the vise here, put the bottom down there, and I've soaked it with WD. I also have that penetrant, that specialist penetrant stuff. I use like probably half a can, just soaking it down in here. Also used my little bottle torch and heated the shaft up. Finally, it just broke loose and is starting to move. All right, so we knocked it out. If you look at this shaft, it has got some pretty major pitting all the way down. It's savable. I'm gonna put this on the wire wheel. This was unnecessarily difficult to get out. You can tell this thing's been sitting a really long time. But next will be the gear case, because all I had to do is spray a little WD on this and it freed right up. So this is good. We're gonna check that, and we'll start to repairing the floor. So what I did real quick was weld this, or booger weld this back up. Let's go ahead and I use this to hold it in place just for a second, and booger weld that back in. Cut out the majority of this panel. What I'm going to do is just straight lay a panel right over top of all this stuff. I don't want to cut the weld out and then try to get it perfect. Obviously it's not going to be perfect. Plus, leaving this little lip in here, I'll have something to set it on and weld to, so that'll be nice. So what I'm going to do next is go ahead and cut out a patch panel for this, slide it in there, and start welding it. Well, here you go. I threw that patch panel on. I welded a big crack over there. There is one panel I wanted to do, but I ran out of time today, so I wanted to get it covered in some paint before everything started to rust even worse, especially that plate. I just used a Wagner fence painting gun and threw some tractor paint on it, like Ford blue tractor paint, and just went ahead and covered the whole thing up real quick. For now, this is done. I'm in the middle of a move to a new property, and I wanted this thing to kind of be ready to get out there so it can be used right now. So I think that's what we're going to do next. We're going to go ahead and hook this to the 860 and drive it around and see how she works. All right, so we're out at the new property. The tractor's all together. I want to give a shout out to Andy at Superior Rubber. He hooked me up and did these cylinders for me. did a great job. They worked 10 times better than they ever did before. We're gonna go ahead and hook up this bush hog and go out in the field, and it's already been trimmed, so we're gonna try to maybe drive over into the tall grass a little bit and see what she does. I have no idea how much power this tractor makes, so we're gonna go find out. Kind of hard to do one-handed. Well, normally we would try to mow this, but we just ran this over the other day. So what we're gonna do is just kind of fire it up, see how it does. Give it a little bit of RPM. Well, there it is. It's nice to have an older Ford like this with a two-stage clutch, where you can disengage the PTO. I think some of the older 8Ns and 9Ns and stuff didn't have that, so I really like the setup. I mean, you know, other than the fact that, you know, I probably need to get my drawbar on here. It did a good enough job on, you know, half of the deck, and it did run over a couple saplings out there that were pretty decent size. So yeah, I think this is a win. Tractor's running good, cylinders are fixed, we got a free bush hog that's working great, and I can't complain. So I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you on the next video.